Hello, my name is Clay Nelson, and I am going to be doing a prediction theory today. What would have happened if the League of Villains caught Tokoyami instead of Bakugou in the training arc, or the training camp arc? So, I'm going to be giving my prediction of what happens and what I think would have happened if they would have gotten Tokoyami instead of Bakugou, and kind of give my opinion on that arc. And at the end of the episode, this is not a series. At the end of the video, I'm going to be giving awards out to people who I think deserve them. 3 to heroes, 1 to villain. Or 2 to villains. So, there'll be 5 awards. I'll get into those once the video's over. Alright, so, prediction. What would have happened if the League of Villains got Tokoyami instead of Bakugou? So, I think the story would have began when they... Just a second. Alright, I'm back. Don't mind the background noise. But our story begins once Compressed reveals the 2 pearls being in his mouth. He takes off his mask, slides it across his face, sticks out his tongue, and there are the 2 pearls. Then he slides the mask back to his face. The heroes are confused and don't know what they're going to do. But then a naval laser comes and knocks the mask and destroys it. And the 2 pearls go flying out of his mouth. No, they don't know which is which. So, they all 3 charge, Midoriya falling back because of his injuries to what happened with Muscular. Shoji reaches his arm out, reaching, and grabs one of the pearls. Todoroki's reaching for one as well, but doesn't get it. Dabi snatches it from right under his hand. Compress snaps his finger, and both revert back to normal, revealing Bakugou was with Shoji, and Dabi had Tokoyami by the back of the head, as Midoriya and Shoji both charged in, and Tokoyami telling them to stay back. All three depressed about Tokoyami getting stolen. Vlad calls the fire department and the police agencies, and they come and take up. And the rest is explained by Midoriya that Ragdoll was missing, Pixie Bomb was in critical condition, so was Midoriya himself, and 11 unharmed physically. I think it was 19 or 18 unconscious. Yeah. But, and then at the end he says 1 missing, showing Tokoyami. Then they all meet at the hospital. Kirishima sad about that he wasn't able to save Tokoyami. Even though it's not Bakugou, he's still upset that he was sitting down on his ass and wasn't able to do anything about it. At the time, Yaozu had given Awase a tracker that he put onto the Nomu, and that's how they were going to track him. Yaozu tells the rest about that, and Kirishima then reaches out from Midoriya's hand to go save Tokoyami, while Ida and Asui suggest that they let the pro heroes handle it. Jiro and Hagakure, not being in the room, being unconscious from the gas, are in the other rooms and have no idea what is going on. The rest of the class thinks that it's going to be a bad idea and that they should let All Might and Branch Reno and all of the rest of the heroes that are there to deal with it and save Tokoyami. Kirishima and Shoji think not. They want to go and save Tokoyami. And that is their goal. So don't mind the background noise. It's X-Files. But so Midoriya then quickly recovers from his injury on his arms. So don't mind these, just don't. Then he gathers himself, Kirishima, Tokoyami, or not Tokoyami, Shoji, I mean, Yaoyorozu, and Ida. Yes, so those are the 5 going to go save Tokoyami. Todoroki's staying back. No, that's a bad idea. Todoroki should probably go instead of Shoji. So it's the same 5. Same 5 that went to save Bakugou in the original. Just they're now going to go save Tokoyami. Ida's still thinking it's a bad idea. Trusts Yaoyorozu and goes with them. They all get suited up in their hoodlums form as the League of Villain interrogates Tokoyami. They are asking Tokoyami to join the League, even though they were not what they wanted. They wanted Bakugou, but they got the best that they could, being Tokoyami. So, I think where it would have gone next would have been the heroes coming in, Kamui Woods restraining them all, and then it's the 5 who are looking at them from a while. Midoriya comes up with the plan to have, and Midoriya is going to be the one who reaches out for Tokoyami's hand, since those two are really connected, and that they connected through the sports festival. So that's what I feel would happen, and then the whole All for One versus All Might thing. So yeah, I feel like that's what I feel like would have happened. Ragdoll's quirk would have still been stolen. Pixie Bomb still would have been in retirement, or in critical condition. They would have still moved into the dorms, even despite Tokoyami getting stolen. And so yeah, I feel like that's what think would have happened if Tokoyami had gotten kidnapped instead of Bakugou. Alright, so now that the prediction's done, it's time to give out some awards for the Training Forest Camp arc. Now, I'm going to go over the heroes. The first one I'm going to be giving is what I'm calling the Heroic Medal. I'm giving this to Awase. Now, Awase, he was very heroic and was saving Yaoyorozu, who's a recommendation student from a Nomu, who was able to go on par with All Might and to extend all of his power to kill. And still, Midoriya still struggles with fighting Nomus, and it took Endeavor to go up high up above and burn a Nomu to pieces, and he still got a massive scar on his face. It took guts, and I feel like he was very heroic. So I'm giving the Medal of Heroicness to Awase. Now, second medal I'm giving away is the Courageous Medal. I'm giving this to 100% Midoriya. He went up against Tokoyami's Dark Shadow, Muscular, Dabi, Compress, Twice, Toga, and pretty much the whole set of people who went there besides Mustard and Spinner and Big Sis. But he still was in the action. Like, he was the center of attention. So, and he had to pull all of his strength to do the 1,000,000% Delaware Detroit Smash. And it looks like I'm tired, and I am. So I'm giving the Courageous Medal to Midoriya. The third hero medal I'm giving away is what I'm calling the Strength Medal. Now, this is the medal that I feel who was the strongest. I'm giving it to Tetsu, because he got shot multiple times in the head, most of them being damaging to himself. And he was all focused about protecting Kendo, Shizuaki, and the rest of his classmates. And I feel that, like, he was the one who was taking the most damage and who actually was able to, like, defeat Mustard and was the one who was strongest in that scenario. So I'm giving the strength medal to Tetsu. Now, for the villains. Strongest villain, medal. I'm giving this 100% to Dobby. Dobby was able to withstand Eraserhead's, like, curve stomp thing where, like, he grabbed his head and slammed it into the knee. And even after that, he dealt with Todoroki, Soji, Midoriya, and I feel like that's just him. Like, he's the strongest out of the League of Villains, even besides Shigaraki. So I'm giving the strength medal of the League of Villains to Dobby. Now, the most creative villain I'm giving to Compress. Compress was a very creative villain in that state. He was able to slip some of Todoroki's ice into little pearls and put it in his pocket without them seeing him take off his mask, put the 2 pearls that held Bakugou and tokoyami into his mouth, close it, and then still make it look like he was put them in his pocket. That was a very creative move in my opinion. Also, him turning himself into a pearl. The only creative thing I didn't really see was him revealing that it was in his mouth, because if he didn't reveal that, they probably would have gotten both of them if he hadn't revealed it. But I still think he was being the most creative one. So yes, that is my prediction of what would have happened if Tokoyami got kidnapped by the League of Villains instead of Bakugou. And I gave away a few awards. These are my personal awards that I would have given them. Put in the comments who you think would have gotten each award. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.